Hey guys, my name is Warren, and today I just want to talk about something that I have been asked about quite a few times in the past. So, this guitar I'm holding is what you call an HSS Strat, which H is the humbucker, single, single. So, one humbucker, two single coils. In this particular guitar, I've got the Suhr Thornbucker Plus, and I've got two Suhr V60 LP single coils. I've got the wiring in a very particular way, which I'll show you in detail a bit later in this video. I just want to talk a little bit about why I started off playing an HSS Strat. So I think I grew up starting to, really interested in playing guitar in the late 80s, early 90s. And at that time, you would want a hard rock sound. That was like one of the staple sounds that you would want, given the music that was popular at the time. But there was also a lot of Strat players coming out in the early 90s, and plus, like, we were listening to Jimi Hendrix and, all the great Strat guys. So you kind of wanted some of that single coil flavor as well. So now, if you didn't have the money for two guitars, one Strat, one Gibson, that kind of thing, the next best thing was an HSS Strat. So you do away with the single coil pickup, and you've got a humbucker in here. So that kind of gives you the hard rock punch from the humbucker, and then you have the versatility of the single coils, like clean, sparkly sound as well. So just to give you an idea, I'm kind of plugged into the Soldano right now, and at the time I had a Marshall GSM 800, and it was a single channel amp. Like, there was no clean, no dirty. So the way I kind of operated it was my clean sounds were the single coils, and the humbucker was the driven sounds. I mean, you could kind of mix and match as well. You could get the humbucker to clean up. But more or less, because I think there was a little bit of a volume drop going to the single coils, that worked really well. So I've got the amp kind of set like how I would have set my my 800, like a crunchy kind of thing on the bridge pickup, and a cleanish kind of. Now these pickups are a bit more evenly matched than what I had. I think I had these Seymour Duncan classic stacks and a Holsworth humbucker. That was like the setup I had for the longest time, and that was all over the first Nights in Shining Karma album. That's what I used. So this particular guitar, I think because the humbucker is a little bit less powerful and the single coils maybe a touch hotter, they're kind of more balanced. So I go from to, and you've got the in-between positions as well. And the middle pickup is, and the neck in middle, and the neck. And then you wind the volume up. That sort of thing. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at is the wiring of the guitar. Check out how that's done. This is the inside of the HSS Strat. So you can see the two single coils. That's V60 LPs, and that's a Thornbucker Plus humbucker. So now we're looking at this switch over here, which is called a super switch. It's 4-pole 5-way switch. So normal Strat switches are 5-way, but they only have 2 poles. This one has 4. So you can see here, this is the wire there from the neck pickup that goes over these 2 terminals. That's the wire from the humbucker, which goes over these 2, and the middle is left empty. This is the wire from the middle pickup on this pole, and it goes into the middle 3 of the 5. This one is left blank, and this last one here is wired for the tone knobs. So the way I've got it wired is for positions 1 to 4, which is from neck and middle, and middle and humbucker. This tone is active, and for the humbucker alone, it's this tone that's active. Also, now humbuckers need to see 500K volume port, and then single coils need to see 250K. So the way I've got it wired is there's this 500K Dunlop volume port. By the way, Dunlop makes great volume ports. They rarely get scratchy and stuff. So the way I've got that wired is this is a 500K volume port, and there's a resistor somewhere in there that basically goes in parallel with the volume pot when this tone pot is selected. So what it means is the single coil C 250K and the humbucker C is 500. So when it's selected with only the humbucker, that resistor is out of the thing and it goes back to being 500. And when this tone knob is selected for the other 4 positions, then that resistor comes in parallel and it does 500 and 500 makes it 250K in parallel. And that's a 250K tone pot for the singles, and that's a 500K tone pot for the humbucker. And the cap values are the usual, I think 47 and 22, I think. Yeah, that should be it. So that's it for the internal wiring. So that's pretty much it. If you like the video, do like and subscribe. Don't hit that bell icon because notifications are the work of the devil. They're horrible. Anyway.